Hello, I'm Jared Pudlo, and welcome to my room. Today, we're going to be learning about the complicated Shinto faith. My assistant, Terry. Let's start with the poem. Kochi Fukaba, Nioi Okoseo, Ume no Hana, Arji Nashi Tote, Haru o Wasarana. When the east wind, let it send your fragrance, O plum blossoms. Although your master is gone, do not forget the spring. This famous poem is from Tenjin, the kami of scholars. Just like him, there are many kinds of kami, or gods, within the Shinto faith, each helping their followers and people in their everyday lives. Unlike the religions many follow in the world, Shinto has no official scripture texts, no founder, and no fixed dogmas. Instead, focuses on the community. Rituals are a key component of Shinto. On the way to work, coming home from a long day, all are welcome to perform these rituals at shrines located throughout Japan and the world. Shrines allow the everyday person to personally connect with kami, nature, and most importantly, one another. First, you must learn about the kami. Let's take it to the board. In the Shinto religion, there are three kinds of kami: the classic kami, the later kami, and the local kami. The classical kami appear in the sacred texts, like Kojiki, records of the ancient matters, and are said to abide in heaven. This includes Amaterasu, the wind and sea kami, and the craters Uzanami and Uzanagi. The later kami are ones recognized after the early text and can be immortalized after death, such as scholars such as Tenmin Tenshin, the kami of scholars, and emperors like Ojin, who's the kami of war. Foreign gods are also recognized here. And finally, there are the local kami, recognized by the community, and most numerous. These kami go back to the roots of Shinto and are mountains like Mount Fuji, or rivers or forests. Let's closer examine one of these kami, Amaterasu, the sun goddess, who should help shed some light on who the classical kami are. Let's take it to the stage. Born of the god Izanagi, Amaterasu married Tsukunomi, and together they ruled the sky, she the sun and day, he the moon and night. That was, until Tsukunomi killed Ukemiuchi, the food kami, and she divided the day and night. Upon his banishment from heaven, destroyed Amaterasu's rice fields and killed one of her attendants. Amaterasu, grieved by this, hid herself in Ama no Iwato, heavenly rock cave. Thus the sun was gone. That was until Ame no Ukuzumi no Mikito, kami of merriment, lured her out, placing a mirror in front of her. Upon seeing her reflection, she saw great beauty, and the other gods lay a string of rice, stopping her from returning into the cave. Later, Susanoo gave her Kusani no Tsugiri. Thanks, Terry. Now that we know who the kami are, to understand Shinto faith, we must first explore the divides. Let's take it to the board. There are three main types of Shinto that exist today. There is Shrine Shinto, or Jinja Shinto, which translates to current and is the main form of Shinto. Included in its structure is the now defunct State Shinto, or Koka Shinto, that included the imperial family. Followers of Shrine Shinto are often parishioners, Ujiko, of a particular Shinto shrine, and are often best serves their needs, such as fishermen for the sea kami. There is also Sect Shinto, or Koya Shinto, which is about 13 major sects. They were separated from State Shinto by governmental decree in 1882 and denied support from the government. This form of Shinto emerged out of social confusion and unrest. By World War II, they were divided into 70. There was a big emphasis on elaborate doctrines and teachings of their leaders. And finally, there is Folk Shinto, or Mizazuku Shinto, with no formal organization or structure. It consists of mainly agricultural rights and rural families. Oh, hello. Come on, Terry, why don't you tell me when we started? Now that we know what types of Shinto there are, we can now delve into the history of how they came to be. Back to the board. The Shinto faith has deep roots in the Yaoi culture and shamanism. The early practice of Shinto was each clan, Uji, had their own kami, unigami, and rites and rituals based around the needs of the clan. These kami were usually found in nature, such as a mountain or a stream, but could also be people or ancestors. In this time, there were two main views of the world. The first is a three-tiered view. There was the kami's world, the present world, and the world after death. This viewpoint separated kami from everyone else, and elevated kami, like the emperors later were, to something heavenly. The second is the two-tiered view. This is this world, and there's the potential country Tokyo, which is a utopia beyond the sea you go after you die. Buddhism and Shinto coexisted for many centuries. In 552 CE, kami were seen as the protectors of Buddhism, to be avatars of Buddha. What became came to be known as Shinto Buddhism, formed around this time. There was Robu, dual aspect Shinto, or Shigan Shinto. In Tendai Shinto, they interpreted the central truth of the universe as equivalent to Amaterasu, the source of it. Confucianism and Taoism also came in Japan in the 7th century, which stimulated ethical teachings. This prompted the formation of state Shinto, with the uniting of the clans in 645 through the 13th century. While Buddhism and Shinto did help to modernize Shinto, they were met with resistance. The formation of Issei, or anti-Buddhistic schools, happened around this time. They believed Kantan was the basic kami of the universe, and an increased focus on righteousness. In the 17th century, there was a big push for the restoration of the ancestral beliefs before foreign influences. This was later known as Fuko Shinto. Its leader, Motori Noriyama, who strongly believed in musubi, or mystical power, and had a respect for the imperial line. Motori was succeeded by Asutane, who later incorporated Catholic teachings such as Creator Guard and retribution for ethical failings, although it was not accepted in main Shinto. This brought about the Meiji Restoration. Following these movements, true power did still not reside with the emperor, but instead with the shogun. In 1868, the shogun was Yoshinobu, who was violently overthrown. Let's take it to the stage. In 1868, under Emperor Meiji, merger of state and religion under state Shinto was brought about once more. The last shogun, Yoshinobu, was removed from power, and the imperial line restored. During this time, a constitution was established, as well as a bicameral parliament. Also, the formation of sect Shinto was in this time. After the Meiji Restoration, the emperor was declared a direct descendant of Amaterasu, the Japanese as a people descended from Kami. This led to ultranationalism, and the Japanese were seen as the better race. The emperor was seen as the icon of everything good, pure, and holy. This gave the emperor and shoguns controlling him complete power over the Japanese people, as the question was Shinto itself. This can be seen in the famous kamikaze bombers, who were said to be doing the kami, or God's wind. Following the surrender of the Japanese in World War II, the Shinto direction was given, dismantling state Shinto. The directive stated their purpose was to prevent recurrence of the perversion of Shinto theory and beliefs to militaristic and ultranationalistic propaganda. Now that we know how Shinto came to be and what it is today, let's explore what it truly means to follow Shinto and the nature of the kami. Back to the board. The basis of Shinto is the belief in the mysterious power, musubi, of kami, and the will, makoto, of kami. Kami transcends the cognitive reality of humans and can be recognized in many forms. Kami is seen as the source of life itself, and kami reveal makoto to people to live ethically. The key idea of Shinto is to work together through gods and ethical actions to live in accordance with kami. In Shinto, people are given life by kami. They are sacred, and hence the basic human rights of everyone should be respected. Unlike other religions, in Shinto, nature is good and collects impurity over time and therefore must be cleaned through rituals. This ties into the cyclical belief of no end or beginning, and different levels of awareness in each moment. Also, it is important for members to continually perform purification rituals to reconnect themselves with kami and the fullness of the world. Though there are no official Shinto texts, there are compilations of oral traditions of Shinto, like Kojiki and Nichiki, telling the myths and religious practices and doctrines can be constructed from these, such as Amaterasu. Shrines are visited at a person's convenience and are often used for rites of passage such as birth or weddings. Kamis are said to bestow protection upon whoever performs the ritual. A variety of festivals are also given at shrines. Rituals hold a special place in Shinto to reorient oneself with the kami. Now let's go through a common ritual and how it works and what it means. Knock on wood. Onto the stage. Most shrines contain a torii gateway at the entrance, which you balance slightly before entering and walk on one side because the middle is reserved for kami. Next, you walk on either side of the path. You must then purify yourself at a tismu, or water basin, by washing your hands with the ladle in the right manner. Once you enter the sacred grounds, you are to first make a money offering to the kami, and then deeply bow twice. You must then clap your hands twice. On the second clap, hold your hand and pray to the kami, offering your respect and asking for their blessing. Finally, bow one last time and exit the sanctuary. Many also buy an omamori, which is said to provide various forms of luck and protection. Thank you all for watching. I hope you learned what it means to follow Shinto and who the kami really are. What? Terry, what the hell? As I said before, thank you all for watching. See you on the flip.